Moving on to mistake 6, misaligned target audiences and platform chosen. Now, previously we talked about target personas and all that, right? This actually dives a bit deeper on the persona of platforms.
Right.
It's important to match your social platforms with your audience, okay? Once you know where your customers are, you can go to them instead of hoping they will take the bait and come to you. Okay? You must meet your audiences where they are, not where you wish them to be, okay? So all social media platforms are not created equal. No, 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 okay? Some are far better for certain activities and others. Start by asking yourself these questions. Where's my audience? Where's my competition? So for large following itself, do we have a large following on all of these channels? If not, you have too many channels. It's better to be focused as opposed to be all over the place. Get rid of the underperforming channels and focus on your energy on the ones with the largest, most engaged following. Now, bandwidth and capacity, what does it mean? If you are unable, right, to respond to comments and messages quickly and effectively, that could be a sign you are overloaded. If you have a marketing team, then okay, assign person A, person B, person C to take care of platform A, platform B, platform C. So these are very, very good examples, okay, of very, very curated content. So Adobe's Instagram page is awesome. Not only because I'm a creator, not only because you guys are creators, but because their feed, right, is very, very curated. What they do is they shine a highlight on their creators in their Adobe community, which is exactly what GetCraft does as well. It shines a highlights on its creators, which is...
At the end of the day, I think it comes about essentially, people don't want to follow brands because they don't want to be, pushed out with branded content. What they want to see is the person behind.
Now let's look at a local company in Singapore called Seedly. Now, interestingly, the platform that they're very, very active on is, guess what? Telegram.
Right.
What? Because on Telegram, they get to send direct messages to people who actually want to be subscribed to their Telegram account. The content that they put out is always relevant in terms of their target market. So what does it mean? It means that once you know where your audience spends its time, you can focus your resources on understanding and utilizing that social media channel to raise your profile through the roof and make connections with your customers.
Pretty much like mapping their affinities.
Yes, exactly. Okay, shall we take a break here to ask questions?
Some of the questions I've typed out. So you mentioned about content shock. So how much is too much when it comes to content?
Wow. Now, that is a very, very good question. How much is too much content? Okay, I think, right, it really boils down to, as I mentioned before, your target audience and also platform, and also analyzing your data and analytics. Because you say, right, I'm in no place to say like what is too much content.
Right. And it might differ from industries and...
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It differs by industries, by brand voice, by type. Because you see, right, I am subscribed to Carnage and The Hustle, and they send out emails every single day. Now, to some others, they might think, oh my gosh, that is too much content.
Right.
But to me, their target audience who wants to consume their marketing insights, their entrepreneurship and tech news, it is relevant to me. So I don't find it as too much content. So firstly, you will need to understand your target market, your buyer persona, and then understand your data.
Right.
So you can see whether is it too much or too little content.
Okay, so you did mention about the longevity of creating content, right? And not just sticking to, those trends, but you can ride on those trends and make it long term. What are the key trends that you are seeing during this time that's really shaping up?
I think it's quite obvious in terms of the content trends right now. Firstly, right, everybody is jumping onto streaming platforms. Streaming, not in the sense of just doing a live event and whatnot, but streaming in the sense of like Google Hangouts,
Right.
Zoom, Starleaf, Microsoft Teams, all these kind of remote meetings. So everything is going in the cloud. As a umbrella term, let's just call it digitalization. That's the first trend I see. So events are becoming live. A good example would be Branded Asia. They actually did an entire All That Matters conference live stream from one studio.
Yeah, yeah.
And in the past, they used to have thousands, flocking to their Music Matters Live, YouTube Fan Fest, Digital Matters, because of the special circumstance of this situation, they actually innovated and stream everything online. So everything is becoming online. So that's the first thing, digitalization. Now, the second trend is the advent of remote working. Now, in the past, right, remote working was kind of reserved for moms at homes to become like virtual assistants or virtual secretaries, or even digital marketeers or digital nomads, working off a beach in Bali. But then because of this situation, everybody is now very attuned to remote working in a form of working from home. So if you just have a good internet connection, if you just have a workable laptop, you literally can work from anywhere and create content from anywhere. Imagine a digital nomad, right? He creates content on every single location that he's based at during that time.
Right.
So maybe 1 week he's in Jakarta, and then another week he's in Thailand, and then another week suddenly he's in Europe. Imagine the amount of content that this person can create. Remote working and remote content will definitely be something that I feel is an upward trend. And when I mean remote working, it also, I'm not trying to do shameless plugging for GetCraft, but seriously, remote working in terms of connecting brands with creators who are all over Asia.
Right.
That would be a trend that would be very relevant. So digital marketplaces, digital communities, these would be trends. Last trend that I'm seeing, right, is actually VR, virtual reality. So people are doing like Zoom meetings, having like your gallery view of like 20 people in one page.
Right.
But then VR conferences or even VR destinations. A good case study would be this travel company. I can't remember their name. I saw it on social media. They actually are enticing people to buy travel packages post-COVID.
Right.
How do they entice them? They get them to do a VR, very, very quick Oculus or whatever, and then they show them, have a virtual walkthrough. Same with offices or even office openings. WeWork, they can utilize VR to actually onboard people post-COVID, once lockdowns and once situations become calmer, to experience what their office is like through a virtual tour. I feel like VR is something that is getting more leeway. Why? Because it's convenient, it is consumer-based, you don't really have to have a big setup. So hopefully that answers your top 3 questions.
Yeah, it's uncanny how what was normal before is now positioned as a utopian world, really.